Does your saddle have safety bars on it? If you look where your stirrups go onto your saddle, there's a little bar here that at the end of it, it can be flipped up or flipped down. My stirrup bars are flipped down because I ride in a traditional stirrup. This is not a safety stirrup. This is the old style stirrup, and so it has no safety features whatsoever. If you ride in a stirrup that is, we call them peacock stirrups for the children. They have a rubber band that's on the outside of the stirrup. We also now have some pretty cool safety irons, and they either open at the top or at the bottom, and they will more easily let your foot fall out of the stirrup. We even have some magnetic ones now that are fully open on the side. I do caution with those ones that are open on the side because you can get them caught on fences or tree branches. So you need to really be careful what your outside looks like if it's open. I've seen one with just a bar here, and it was maybe a quarter to a third of a length of the outside of the stirrup iron, and it did get hung up on a fence. Unfortunately, the horse was super well behaved, and the rider was not mounted at the time. But do consider that when looking at some of the safety irons. So if you have safety irons, what you're going to want to do is, it's a little bit awkward, but you have to pull this flap up that would be underneath your thigh, and you come in here with a screwdriver, and you push the back of this bar up, and it will form a little L shape to it. And so what happens then is if you fall off, this stirrup leather will stay attached to the saddle, and that will have enough force against the stirrup iron now from your foot that your foot will open the safety device on the iron, and your foot will be able to come out. When you have a traditional stirrup that is fully closed, it doesn't have any safety features to it, you want that stirrup bar in the open position, so it's just a straight bar straight across like the photo that I showed. And then what will happen is if you fall off, hopefully the horse is traveling forward. When you fall off, your stirrup leather will just end up sliding right off your horse's saddle just from your weight pulling down and back on the stirrup leather. If you fall forward, there isn't anything to help you get out of the stirrup. So that's something where it is really good to practice taking your feet in and out of the stirrups. And sometimes even if I have a horse that is getting a little rambunctious, I just take my feet out of the stirrups. It's a little bit harder to stay on, but in the event I come off, I'm not hung up in the stirrup. So really think about your safety bars and the stirrup iron that you're using, and make sure that the two are appropriately matched for each other. Happy riding, everyone.